Hello everybody, we're in college algebra, math 13-14. Today we're going to be looking at a problem that deals with synthetic division as well as the remainder theorem. Let's read the problem carefully. Use synthetic division and the remainder theorem to find the indicated function value. Our function is f of x equals x to the fourth minus 9x cubed minus ax squared minus 9x minus 2. And what we want to do, we want to find out what is f of negative 3. That means we want to know the function value. What is f of x when all of our x's are negative 3? Well, previously, in the previous sections that you've probably done, what you would have done at this point is to actually substitute negative 3, because that's what you know x is, for all of these x's. But now, this is not what we're going to do. We're going to use synthetic division and the remainder theorem to find exactly the same thing. What is f of x when x is negative 3? Remember that synthetic division is a shorthand notation of how do you divide a polynomial function by another polynomial function. When you use synthetic division in this type of a problem, take your x, which is given to us to be negative 3. Do not change the sign of a negative 3. Keep it as negative 3. This is what it's going to look like. Use all of the coefficients, including a constant, for the function. So the coefficients are 1, negative 9, negative 8, negative 9, and a constant is negative 2. We will use synthetic division, so we're going to divide by negative 3. Do not, again, change the sign of that negative 3. Okay? Let's perform synthetic division. We will bring down the first number, whatever it is, you just bring it down. But once you bring it down, multiply. Okay? Let's look how it's going to work. 1 times negative 3. The product is negative 3. Let's write that product underneath of negative 9. Again, 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. The next step is to combine negative 9 and a negative 3. Negative 9 minus 3 is negative 12. Okay. The next thing, again, we're going to multiply. Let's multiply negative 12 by negative 3. Negative times negative is positive. 3 times 12 is 36. Our next step is going to be to combine negative 8 and 36. Negative 8 plus 36 will give us a 28. Okay. Our next step is going to be to multiply 28 times negative 3. Negative times positive is negative. 3 times 28, negative 84. Our next step will be to combine negative 9 and negative 84. Remember, when we combine, we keep the sign and we actually add. So we're actually going to be adding 9 and 84. That will give us a negative 93. Our next step will be to multiply. This time we're going to multiply negative 93 and a negative 3. Negative times negative is positive. Now we're going to multiply 3 and 93. That will give us 279. Our last step again is going to be to combine negative 2 plus 279. And when we combine, remember, we actually subtract. The result is 277. Okay, now, the last number that you write in synthetic division, notice how I put it in a box. This is to remind me that this last number is actually our remainder. By the remainder theorem, we know that a function evaluated at whatever the x is, in our case, it happens to be a negative 3. So, f of negative 3 is or does equal to the remainder. Let's rewrite. F of negative 3 would give us 277. Another way of thinking about it, going back to what you learned before, if you substitute negative 3 into all of the x's that are given to us in the function and combine like terms, simplify the function, you will realize that f of negative 3 is indeed 277.